Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Past The Barb. Today is Tuesday, February 14th. Today is Valentine's Day, and we are spending it with each other.
How nice is that?
We're useless.
How well doing?
God, how did we end up here? But yeah, today is Tuesday, February 14th. I am joined up on the top of the screen by my boy, Mr. Will Stolski, out in Montana.
It's good to be back. I have a few issues tonight, but we'll get into those when we go around the horn. So,
yeah. So, if you can't tell, he doesn't have a mic. He's on his phone. He sounds sick. We got a lot going on, and some more arm room. We're missing someone, but we got Mr. Ryan Pinkalla down on the bottom.
I gotta say, my attendance has been impeccable. So, y'all better tighten up. That's it. Hahner,
yeah.
Where you at? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, you and Adam haven't missed a single show.
I'm here for it, bro.
Yeah,
have not missed one. We've had to change between Monday and Tuesdays a little bit, but haven't missed one. We're still here. Hahner probably has the most valid excuse actually out of all the episodes, though. He just texts us, "Power went out." And I don't quite know what that means yet, but
well, I think it means he probably doesn't have electricity.
Yeah,
generally, the general consensus, I think.
The power grid, and
I'm just more of wondering what's going on in Wausau, Wisconsin. Do we got like some sort of Ohio type deal going on right now? Someone just blew up like a train derailment or something. We got UFOs falling from the sky. What do we got going on in Wausau?
I'll just Google Wausau news. See what happens.
Yeah, it could be something really bad.
Alien. Yeah, there's nothing. So I fact checked it.
The mainstream media hasn't found out yet.
Nope, they haven't. All right, but quick, we're gonna just dive into some current events, what's going on in our life, and then we're gonna get rolling on this episode. But Will, why are you sounding sick? Why are you on your phone? What do you got going on?
There's a lot to report, boys. Well, my computer is broken. I can't fix it. I've had the same laptop since college, so it was a matter of time before this went down. I tried taking it into a Mac store or whatever, or a place that works on them. They're like, "Yeah, dude, like it's not even worth your money to get this thing. This is a dinosaur." I was like, "Oh, okay, thanks." So without a computer, I have some sort of sickness. I don't know. It just started today, really. Kind of a head cold going on. I know what caused it. It was my birthday this weekend, and I drank like I was 22 again, which I'm not. So I'm sure that had something to do with it. And in other news, I am moving. I am leaving Bozeman. I'm pretty sure.
Big moves. All right.
Wow. A lot of stuff happening.
There's a lot going on right now. I am going to. It won't be probably until the end of March. And I'm staying in Montana. I'm just going a little bit farther north and a little bit west, where the fishing is a lot better. So more to come on that as it sort of works its way out. But yeah, it's been a good run here in Bozeman. I've been here for 3 years. I've had a lot of fun. It's a great spot to be in here in your early to mid 20s. But time for a little bit of a change. So exciting stuff for sure.
Right on.
Nice, man. That's sick. I will kind of just report on the same thing to part of your story, Will. So this weekend we had our Break Your PB St. Jude fundraiser, which went phenomenal.
Nice.
We raised a little over $4,000. So did really good, really, really pumped for everybody that showed out. I think we all got fairly tuned up. I just decided to get fairly tuned up and not eat dinner. So,
well, you were also the drunkest one there.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Yeah. I got fairly tuned up and didn't eat dinner. And I took out I've been editing for 60 hours a week for the past 8 weeks and just drank all the beer.
You had to let loose.
And then I did not eat any food along with that. So that didn't help. Definitely was hurting pretty bad for like a day and a half. Rolling into 30s, cannot really handle that anymore. But the nice thing is it kind of just has taken itself out over the years. Like it only happens like 2 or 3 times a year now. You can basically pencil me in for the St. Paul Ice Show this past weekend that just happened, like Super Bowl weekend. It'll happen around there sometimes, always. And then there's just a random day in the summer.
Yeah.
So, we got that out of the way. We just got our summer one coming up. It's whatever, but yeah, can't hang anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I think you told no less than 20 people that you were going to sue them in like the last hour we were there.
Oh, sick. I don't know what came over me. That's
I don't
nice.
know, dude.
Well,
Everyone
if I said that, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes
You were
gotta-
having everybody sign NDAs, dude. It was going down.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. I somewhat know what that's about, but yeah, once my brain gets on a track, yeah, no bueno. Yeah, sick.
Oh, it was good.
Whoever was there for the last 30 minutes, I appreciate you. Someone should have got me a piece of pizza. I blame all of you.
There,
Oh
that's
my
the perfect
God.
tip. Blame it on
Yeah.
not your fault.
Yeah, no, not my fault. Anyways, Ryan.
Oh, I had a good time there too. I had an awesome getting to meet up with a bunch of fans and stuff was cool. I was hanging after you were carted away. I went to another bar with Pangrack and your old roommate Jake. So we kept it going after that, but it was a good time. And I think I took Panger back to my house at like 3 a.m. and he slept in my truck, and then I drove him to the airport at 4:30.
Yeah, that's sweet. And that's what sucks. I was super excited to go out to there because I hadn't been there in forever, and yeah, just the whole lack of eating food really derails you. So
Yeah, no, you didn't miss anything at that other place, man. There was like barely anybody there.
yeah,
And
normally there's like 12 people there, and you just kind of play pool or darts, and that's kind of fun. In
yeah,
my
and
opinion, like I miss some of those nights. Just going to a local dive bar where there's like 7 people, and you're just hanging out with buddies.
Yeah, no, it was good. And I mean, they had like this bouncer there, dude. I don't know if he's been there when you're there, but he's like an older dude, and he was just fully bowed up the whole time, like arms out, sleeves
Yes.
up around his biceps, just making There's literally 7 people there
Mhm.
in the whole place, and he's just like doing laps, like walking outside, coming back in. I'm like, there's no one here. Like, what do you think is gonna happen?
Hey, it's serious business. It's legit.
Yeah, no, he was taking his job extremely seriously.
Yeah,
Extremely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No.
good. Everyone had a good weekend. Good Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah, it was good, man.
Good.
Great Super Bowl weekend. Just after that, just laid low. Was out on the ice yesterday, and it was like 40 degrees, and I got wicked sunburn. The good old late ice sunburn came out. We're gonna lose our ice really fast around here. Like,
dude, that rain
really
had to have
fast.
done some damage today.
Yeah, it's been pouring all day. It is supposed to be like 0 degrees though. Like
Yeah, it's
tomorrow or
supposed
the
to be
next day.
in the like single digits every night, just about, but it's getting above freezing like every day.
Yeah, which honestly is like, in my opinion, that's like perfect late ice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, maybe
late
it'll
ice
torch some of
anything.
that slush though.
Yeah.
True.
It should. Well, dude, it was pretty easy getting around this weekend. However, I mean, there were a few areas that it was like it's pretty nice to have a snowmobile. But
Well, I guarantee today was really bad.
Yeah, today wouldn't have been fun. But no, so checking in on the weekends, it was a good time. Nothing too crazy. Congrats to the Kansas City Chiefs on winning the Super Bowl. I think nobody's surprised at all. And we'll just move on with our lives. But now to bring back another segment that we love, we're going to be bringing in a good friend here, Mr. Hayes Baldwin. We got Hazer back.
Trivia master.
How are you guys?
Good, dude.
Good, brother.
I'm kind of lonely on this Valentine's Day.
Are you?
Us too.
Yeah, but like you said, we'll spend it with each other.
Well, there you go.
But
one for the boys, eh?
Yeah. Ryan, you're going to come up to Gall here in a few weeks, and we're going to catch some beer. Is that true?
I told Hayes that you have never gotten invited up to do the Burbot thing, and you're a little butthurt about it, Ryan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, major. There's a butthurt situation.
Look at this thing.
I need to get greased, bro. What am I looking at here? Good Lord, that's beautiful.
Is that the 14th annual?
Yeah, so this is 1993. It's even got a button on the each.
God, that thing is crisp, though.
Simpler times.
In good shape.
Wow.
Whatever happened to the Eel Pow Festival? Was that just a victim of COVID and they never brought it back?
Well, and they trashed the place so bad every year. That was part of it.
Yeah.
Right, because of how much like garbage they were leaving out on the lake and stuff.
Yeah. That place that's a disgusting place. I mean,
they shouldn't eat bourbon like that. Screw that.
Yeah. It'd be cool if it was an actual like derby and people took it seriously, but it's just, I mean, it's a huge, which I'm all about the drinking portion too, but have some integrity.
Right
Will,
on.
were you and I there together when we saw the compound fracture?
I wasn't there.
Come on.
I wasn't with you, Adam, but I remember that when I remember you telling me the story.
Yeah.
What
Okay,
led to
then
this?
maybe I was just with Rello. I can't remember who was all there. That was maybe my second eel pout. Oh, we'll dive into this quick and then we'll get into trivia. But yeah, back in my early 20s, I was staying up in Bemidji with Rello for a weekend, and I can't remember who wanted to go or really what the big plan was. But yeah, we ended up down at Eel Pout. And for anybody that doesn't know what Eel Pout is, Will, you can probably fill this in better than I can, but it's basically in Walker, Minnesota, or was.
Yeah,
And
Lake.
it used to be like a fishing contest, but it basically just turned into a gigantic party. All I can remember from it was like, and I mean, it's not like I was crazy drunk or anything. It's just like literally all it was just a shitload of people drinking in like ice tents, and like there's just flooded ice tents with water, girls dancing on top of like ice houses and stuff. It was crazy. But basically we were walking around one permanent ice shack, and I was talking to a couple friends, and there was a girl who walked around the other end of the shack and did the good old like tested the trailer hitch with her shin.
Oof.
And as she fell over, she tried to catch it with her arm, and basically the middle of her forearm decided that wasn't going to work, and it just bent. And like it didn't come out of the skin. I will say that it wasn't a compound fracture. It didn't come out, but it was hanging on for dear life.
Damn.
And yeah, she like, I mean, she was very intoxicated. But she like looked at me and she was like, Adam, is my arm okay? And I was like, no, it is not. Like, was gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna be fine. I like took my jacket off and was like, no, it's not. Just we're gonna put this over your arm and go sit down and find someone.
Is jacked up.
It was so jacked, dude. It was, and I don't handle that stuff well, but I don't know how I handled that well. But oh my god, it was just bent in a right angle.
That's Eel Pout in a nutshell right there, though. I mean, that encompasses what it's all about.
And then basically it's 2 to 3 weeks after of every citizen of the Leech Lake area or Walker area complaining about the trash they found on the lake.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
Yes, which is very rightfully so and very understandable. But anyways,
that it's done. But on to the main event.
Hazer, what do we got trivia wise? What do we got going on? Can you explain to all the people what we have for scoring and what will be happening? Because I also need to understand the scoring because you did not keep track.
There was some controversy last time.
We did have fans that were into it enough though that they did their own tally and slid into Hahner's DMs to tell him that you did miscount and it wasn't supposed to be Ryan and him in a tie.
All right, 1 point for the winner and a half point for a tie now. All right. We're correcting everything.
No more quarter points.
Yeah, that's fine.
We just lost the whole excitement of it.
Oh,
it's going to be so easy, right?
What happened?
It's going to be so much simpler.
Going down a little bit.
1 point winner, half point to the tie, and I guess what if all three you tie, you all get a half point? I don't know. I mean,
okay, that's
okay.
So you either get a full one or a half one.
But again, all these questions are revolving around numbers. Okay, so it's just, I mean, either hit the number on the head. If the number is 5 and someone guesses 4 and someone guesses 6, we're giving it's a tie. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right, I got.
And then we're all giving an answer, and then you're giving the correct answer after, right?
Correct. Yes.
Do we have any sort of like theme for this week, or are you just going rogue?
There's never a theme, brother.
The numbers, general numbery.
I sat there and scratched my head and just came up with whatever popped in my head. You know what I mean?
The beautiful brain of Hayes Baldwin.
Can we give the viewers at home maybe just a little insight on how many questions we might be looking at here?
Well, 10, I got 11, right? Number 11 is obviously kind of a sort of a bonus, or we can just roll with it depending on,
and we may need a tiebreaker. So 11 play.
So do we go to overtime then, or how does that work?
Yeah,
I think we should roll with 10, and then we'll keep the one just in case we need a tiebreaker.
we'll just meet up and then rock paper scissors.
I like it.
We'll have to fly Will to Minnesota and then can rock paper scissors.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, get on this. We'll put the Past the Barb private jet into use.
Yeah. Finally, time to break her out.
Yeah, our G5
seems fitting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I go through questions randomly instead of like from top to bottom. I'll get them all done, but
all right, do your thing, Hayes. What do you got?
We got 10 questions. We got 11. 11 would be the bonus if we need it. But we'll start with Bill Russell. He was an NBA player for the Boston Celtics, and throughout his career, he won how many championships? How many championships did Bill Russell win? This was really stunning to me, being a basketball fan. I don't see this ever really happening again, to be quite honest.
I go first.
Sure.
10.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with 10 as well.
All right.
I'm gonna say 5.
You're gonna say 5. So we got 10, 10, and 5. Correct?
Yep.
That's correct. So the correct answer is 11.
Damn it.
11
God.
champions. That isn't stunning.
I didn't think it was round 10, but I knew it was around there.
I knew it was double digits because I remember there's a picture of him in his hands and he has all the rings.
He has all the rings, yeah.
There's actually a Waka Flocka Flame song called Bill Russell.
Oh,
That's still badass though.
The banging song. It's off one of the early tapes. Worth checking out. But anyways.
Wow, really? Okay. Yeah. So in this case, we are going to award Bart and Will, a half a point.
All right. I'm off.
We're already to the half a points. I like it. Right back home.
You guys wish it was half points and quarter points again?
It was so exciting.
Can't handle the fractions.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on, to question 2 here, and this one kind of hits home because I'm a fine connoisseur of wine. I love a good glass of wine. And this question is, how many wineries exist in the state of Minnesota? How many places can I go and taste a fine wine and select a bottle I might share with my lover on Valentine's Day? In this case, I don't have one, but
share it with yourself.
Share it with myself. But this one again I was just kind of like, wow, if that helps you. But
just said
it really
wow.
doesn't.
The only notable one was up there in Alexandria, the Carlos Creek Winery, which is the largest in Minnesota.
So there's at least one.
They had some decent wine there. I got pretty tuned up when I
did its job.
Yeah.
I can go first here. I'll guess I want to go 13.
13 for Will. Wineries in the state of Minnesota.
Really? Okay.
There's more or less.
Oh, you think you got a better number there, big dog?
I felt like that was really low, but I could be really wrong.
All right, I'll throw one out there. I'm going. You said 13, eh?
Yeah.
Will said 13 wineries in the state of Minnesota.
I'm gonna go like 42.
Pink is gonna go with 42. Bart?
People just out here drinking wine, bro.
I'm just gonna be smart here and go higher than Pink, because if I'm the closest, I get it, right?
I believe that's how it works. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go 43 because I believe it's much higher than that.
Bart,
come on, baby.
Bart, I'm sorry, man, but the correct answer is 40.
Oh wow, Pink.
Pink takes
the
it
winos on my team, bro. Here we go.
The wine. Do you guys enjoy a glass of wine from time to time?
I do enjoy a glass of wine every once.
I do.
What's your what's your fave? You're talking Minnesota wines here?
I don't know. It's whatever someone hands me.
I like it.
I don't like really dry wines. I will say that.
Not on that dry grind, huh?
I had a nice Sauv Blanc when I was there.
Sauvignon Blanc. One time, Hayes and I got so drunk. We stole a couple bottles of wine from his grandparents. We were young, but yeah, down at the beach house.
Oh yeah.
So, that was a good one though. That's surprising.
Yeah, I mean a lot of places to taste.
That's a bunch, actually.
Yeah,
I feel like.
You know what I mean? But I mean, it's kind of, I feel like it's like, it's going to become like kind of like breweries where
Are any of these like famous? I mean, you said there's one that's like notable.
the Carlo Creek, yeah, that's the biggest. But I think there's a lot of small ones. You know what I mean? It would, like I said, it's very probably similar to breweries. Or actually, the new thing coming on is actually like cider places where they actually
cideries.
Okay, yeah, I've seen those around.
There's actually one in Brainerd that's not too bad.
The more you know.
The more you know. This question is in light of the beautiful boat that I just purchased, which is a 205 Alumacraft competitor powered with a 175 Yamaha, 3 Helix 12s, a Minn Kota Altair, and a Minn Kota Vantage. It is
not flexing at all there.
Yeah,
that sounds like
I just felt like it was time to buy something for myself.
Hahner did momentarily show up, but he might be gone again. So we'll see.
No, this is just he doesn't have lights, dude.
He was there. But anyways, what was your question, Will? Sorry, or Hayes? Sorry.
This question revolves around Alumacraft boats. I just purchased an Alumacraft. So what year was Alumacraft boats founded? You know what I mean? What year was Alumacraft boats? My dad did mention to me that he owned an Alumacraft shortly after it was found. I think it was I can't even tell you. I'll tell you at the end. But he owned an early Alumacraft, and it wasn't the greatest. He said it leaked a little bit, but
it was
in OG, huh?
What year was Alumacraft boats founded?
That is a great question.
Pink's got to go first with this one.
I got to go. All right. I'll do I've seen some old ones, I feel like. Some old guide boats up in the North Woods, that have been kicking around a while. I'm going to go Alumacraft was founded 1928.
1928.
That's what I'm going with.
1928 for Pink.
That's okay. Pre-World War II?
Dude, they converted all those factories to making ammunition and stuff, eh?
When did Minnesota become a state?
That was in the
1858, May 11th.
Okay.
What?
Wow, that's incredible. I love how you just pulled that out.
Well, he has it tatted on his arm, dude.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No, I don't. I'm
right.
a trivia man at heart,
All right, Will, I'll go mine. I'm going to guess 1967.
1967 for Bart. So we have 1928 for Pink, 1967 for Bart. I mean, Will, are you going to split the difference? Are you going to go high? Are you going to go low? What are you going to do it?
So when I thought about this, I was like, I've seen some older Alumacrafts, but I haven't seen like the really old ones. I feel like the old Sea Nymphs or the old the really old boats. I'm gonna just do what Bart did. I'm gonna go. You said 67. I'll go 68.
You're going 1968.
Yeah, I'm gonna play the over.
I know it's not over. It's definitely not over.
So I got to do a little bit of math here.
Oh shit!
Oh damn it!
Come on!
We got to trust Hayes in math. Are you kidding me? This has totally worked before.
Not my strong suit. So the year was 1946, and so I believe that Bart was off by 21. Is that correct in my mathematics?
I said 67. What year did you say it is?
46.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Pink was off by only 18. So
that's a dub. That's a dub.
Yeah.
Pink is gonna take home the point there.
I needed that.
What year did you say it was in?
1946, Alumacraft.
But like when you just say 1946, doesn't 1967 sound so much closer to that than 1928 or whatever Pink said?
It does, but
it isn't mathematically, but it does sound so much closer.
It actually isn't in any way.
In my brain, it is.
Right after the war, they went.
Yeah,
I guess, dude. They just
right after the war, World War II ended. They're like, you know what's a good idea? Alumacraft.
I mean, I'll take the dub there, but I do feel like I may have definitely guessed too early there. I mean, I did.
Either way, a win's a win.
This is The next question is a fun one. Are you guys prepared?
Yes.
I'm here for fun.
The original or the oldest dog lady was a poodle born in 1908. Lady lived a long life. How old do you think Lady was when she passed away? How old was Lady?
We're talking a dog. This is a dog.
This is a dog.
This is the oldest dog.
I heard that
ever?
as dog lady.
Yeah.
The dog name is Lady.
Okay.
Not kind of a nice name.
No, we're clarifying here.
What's the significance of the dog lady?
No,
No.
dog. It's
the dog's name is Lady.
Yes.
Yes, the dog's name is.
It's the oldest dog.
She lived a long and prosperous life. Just put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old was Lady when she passed away?
Okay, the oldest dog ever, Lady.
Okay.
That is the question.
I mean, yeah. This one again. I mean, hoofda.
Whose turn is it to go first?
I mean,
I think it's mine.
Yeah,
Yeah, we gone around. We went around.
Geez, oldest dog.
Well, it died.
It's not more.
Yeah, but still.
Is the title still held?
It might have been broken. Somebody told me it was broken a month ago, but I'm just going with this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Whatever. I mean, it's mind blowing, to be quite honest with you. If that helps.
Well, I feel like I'm gonna go on 42.
Well, there's no under.
Bart,
42.
Bart, come again.
I don't know.
Lock it in.
Yep, your hand
Lock
is
it in.
Bart, 42.
Well, he said it was mind blowing, so I was like, okay, we'll go double the life expectancy of a dog.
Yeah. No, that seems super reasonable.
Well over double.
Well over.
lived for 2 world wars.
You're gonna take the over or the under on that one, Will?
I'm gonna go with.
Wait, whoa! Are we saying the year? I said the age. Okay, because he said 2 world wars. I was like, no, not 1942.
It would have lived through 2 world. Oh, anyways, I'm gonna go 25.
Oof.
Will is gonna go with 25.
I feel like that's a little more realistic, but still extremely old.
Yeah, old. That's old as hell.
I can't judge Hayes' comments with any of these because I would have gone with like 25.
Pinkalla, we can't. Can you hear him?
I'm gonna have to go 26, dude.
I think that's a good play.
I feel like my hands are tied here.
Yeah, that's a fair play.
What? 26.
26. This is gonna burn me.
Lady was 28.
Oh, let's go.
God darn it, Will. I was rooting for you.
Oh,
My
man.
original guess was going to be 32, and then he said really old, and I was like, okay, I'll bump it up.
But 42, Adam, that's even worse than my tree.
No, that's like a long time, dude. You realize
That's like
That's not worse than the tree comment. No way.
What was the tree? 300?
He guessed the tree at 300 something feet. It was over 100 yards.
42. That's like, what's that in dog years? Times 7, like 40, 80. A lot.
I wasn't even double the dog's age. I believe you were double the tree's height.
Well, anyways, moving on.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys all.
Can we get a scoreboard update here?
Yeah, Pink has 3 points.
Wow.
Pink has 3 freaking points, and Bart and Will have 0.5 apiece. So there's some ground to be covered.
Boys,
Jesus Christ.
Boys, I'm widening the gap here.
Didn't you?
And
who won?
I'm feeling good.
Hahner did win the last one.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
I proudly drive a Chevy Silverado, all right? It's a decent truck. It gets me around. You know what I mean? In 2022, GM created how many vehicles? Or basically rolled out how many vehicles in 2022?
We're talking production or new models?
Produced,
Okay.
How many vehicles in 2022 did GM produce? That could be GMCs, Chevys. I mean, what else falls into that category? Chrysler anymore? No,
that's
I don't even know if that's
is Buick? No, Buick is not. It might be.
making Buicks. Okay, so how many vehicles they produce? I've never even given this any thought. I think I have to go first. I think I'm up.
Yeah, of course.
Fuck. New
I legit have no idea.
Just ballparking it is difficult. I feel like,
Yeah.
you know,
I feel like
a big number. I don't know.
it's a big number. I'm gonna go
It's
with
probably over 42. Will.
Oh,
Yeah. probably over 300.
yeah. There's no cheating here.
should I help you guys out and just I'll it's a number and it's far away, but could I say it's over 1 million and then you guys can work off of that.
That actually helps.
Sure.
helps.
Yeah.
That
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Still good luck getting close, but
Yeah.
All right. Hayes says it's 1 million. I'm gonna go with 1.75 million.
Will is 1.75 mil.
So that's 1,750,000.
Okay. So you're going 1.75. I feel like I have to make this competitive here. So I'm going 3 million.
3 million for Ryan.
This is going to eat you up, this decision right now.
Yeah, it really sucked because I'm trying to decide if I want to go over you or in the
Yeah,
middle.
I know. I feel like I played this really, really well here.
You did. I'm gonna go 2.999999 million.
So 3 million.
No.
2.99 million.
2.99999999.
So the correct 2.2 million. Will be awarded 1 point here.
Wow.
Good job, Will.
That's a lot of cars.
That one bit you a little bit there, Bart.
2.2
It
million.
did. I was debating going 2.75, but then all my belief was that it was going to be 2.9, and I was going to lose to you.
All right. 2 point. That's a bunch of cars, yeah?
That's a lot.
I mean, wow.
I'm not sure I'll ever buy a new vehicle, but hey, that's just me.
Well, I mean, it sounds like they're selling plenty.
Well, how many old ones they produce? Who knows? I'll bet it's not
I
even.
don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know. Somebody's buying them.
Somebody's
buying them. So the point total is Bart with 0.5 point, Will with 1.5, and Pinkalla with 3. So
All right.
we're gonna move on to the next question. I think we can all agree that it's nice to pull into an Arby's and grab a beautiful beef and cheddar. I mean, Will, you could say you enjoy that from time to time.
A good old Baxter Arby's.
Classic.
great.
So
Or Nisswa, I suppose.
yeah. So how many Arby's stores are in the U.S. as of today? How many Arby's stores are in the U.S. as of today? I just drove past an Arby's this afternoon and thought this could be a question.
I'm leading this one off. I can't say that I know the exact answer to this, but I do know that I've looked up other fast food places before and was very shocked at the numbers.
This one I will say to me was, yeah, it was shocking, but maybe, I don't know, maybe not in the way that you guys would see it shocking. Does that help? Probably not.
I think, let's see. I'm going to say total Arby's franchise, huh?
In the U.S. as of today.
I'm going to say 535.
That's it, huh?
That's what I'm going with. Yep.
All right. 535 for Pinkalla.
I will go God, I really feel like you set the bar really shittily.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with 3,000.
Okay, Bart's at 3. So Will.
Hey, I'm thinking
That's
of all
a lot of
strip,
sandwiches, bro.
I'm thinking all the strip malls, half cuts,
Yeah,
airports,
But they're not in every state, even.
Right, but there's like 11,000 Subways, right? Or I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Subway is not Arby's.
Right. There's way more Subways, no doubt about it. But
Okay, so Pink went what, 575?
535.
and I mean Bart went 3,000. So you either go lower than Bart or in the middle between them. I mean, you got to do what you do.
It's a tough pick. It really is.
Yeah, because it doesn't really pay you to do the old, one above or one under when it's this big of a spread. I'm gonna go with. I think Orion is closer than Adam, but I do think it's slightly more. So I'm gonna go with 900.
Ooh.
Okay, so the correct answer is 3,411.
Suck my
Arby's
dick.
is doing
Wow.
good.
Arby's, that's a few Arby's. You know what I mean?
Adam, you're right. They are. There's a lot of different little.
That's a lot of roast
Nooks and
beef.
crannies.
So we have a 2-way tie with Bart and Will, and then we have Pink with 3. So everyone's kind of gaining, which is what we like to. We like to keep it interesting. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Thanks for throwing the game, Pink.
Yeah, I need to hit here. I mean, I'm still leading, but man, I need a hit.
So this next one's kind of related to myself, and it could be kind of a Valentine's related question. But how many legitimate girlfriends have I had?
Oh shit! Will has such an advantage here.
No, I
Wait,
don't.
what are we calling legitimate? Like,
I don't think. I really
Like
don't.
it's just
what's
like you
the
swiped
definition
right
of
or
legitimate
what?
here?
I
Like,
might know of one.
what's the definition?
We need clarification.
We need
on
clarification on what legitimate means.
Dated for more than 6 months. How about that?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
More
All
than
right.
6 months.
More than 6 months.
Yes.
who's first?
Will does not have an advantage here. I promise you that. I would not put this down if that was the case.
Who? Yeah.
Bart leads off.
Whoever goes, how many legitimate women have I dated? And
For more than 6 months.
this doesn't count the, what do you call them? The over the weekend kind of thing.
Yeah.
Short term.
So you're saying over 6 months?
Even a couple months. I'm not counting that.
Okay. I just need to know like the definite amount of time here because you said over 6 and I almost said 0. So that's why I need to know.
Over 6 months. It is greater than 0. All right.
Okay. All right.
That's the hint here.
And at the end, I'll need you guys to kind of share your numbers as well, just so I kind of know how I stack up here.
Oh, legitimate girlfriends. You're 25, Hazer?
Yeah, I've been in the game a while. You know what I mean?
I'm going to go 2.
All right. Bart's got 2.
Then I think it's me. I'm gonna go with 2 as well.
Okay. Pinkalla.
I'm going 3, dude.
He's going over.
I got to.
He's taking
I'm
the
taking
over.
the over.
I know it's 2 or 3.
So the correct answer is 3.
You classified.
Fuck.
See,
Let's go.
there was one that I wasn't sure about, and you know which one I'm talking about. I didn't
Well,
think it.
Hayes was sure about it. So
Damn it. That was a layup for me. I should have got.
wow. Oh, dude, I thought you guys had that.
When he said legitimate, though, I thought of it and I was like, this could be a test question by Hayes where he says over 6 months and there hasn't been any. It's just 0.
Oh, hey, he threw it out there. It was greater than. So
It was. Yes.
So Pink hits.
I needed that one. I really needed that.
Pink's pulling away.
Jackpot.
Come on, Will. That was like one of your best friends from growing up.
Well, I knew it could have been 3, but I wasn't sure if she made the qualification.
Right.
Well, you did, and in your shoes, you can't overshoot because then you look like a total asshole.
Exactly. So I was.
So.
Fair enough.
It is. But I don't know. We're just gonna roll with it. You know, who knows if I'll ever find love again? Probably not.
You ever met a burbot?
Yeah, you had a eel palate. Now, this next one is in light of Kevin Van Dam, who is retiring this year. I'm sure you guys have seen that. I mean, just an absolute legend in the sport of bass fishing, right? I think either he's doing one more year, or is he done?
This
After
is his
this
last
year,
year.
he's done. Yep.
Sure. I mean, growing up, obviously, watching fishing, that was like a big thing. And I was kind of going through some numbers, and throughout Kevin Van Dam's time on the Bassmaster Elite Series, this isn't counting the MLF because I'm not a big fan of that, but it is what it is. How many pounds of bass did he weigh in total? How many pounds of bass did Kevin Van Dam weigh in total on his, I believe it was 28 years on the Elite Series. I think he's been with MLF for 5 years. It was created in 19 maybe, but this is not, this is just counting off of the Bassmaster website, the total pounds of bass. Now you guys, it's up to you guys to do your math. You know what I mean? And kind of come up with a number, but you can assume he probably always had a limit. You know what I mean? He always had 5 of them.
So in a full career on the Bassmaster Elite Series, huh?
Oh man,
Full career. How many pounds of bass did Kevin bring to the scales?
Can we get the calculator out for this?
You guys
That's
can
what
take.
I'm doing.
Dude, I don't have my phone I can't use my phone, so I have a pen and paper. I'm doing
Okay. Will's got the abacus out,
Yeah.
making some corrective actions here.
I can't tell you the amount of tournaments. I know that he won 25 total events, including 4 classics in that time.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, the winningest as far as no, maybe someone has more classics. I'm not sure. I didn't really look into it.
Klon has more classics.
Okay.
I think.
I'm about to have a
Where's your
number.
rolling?
I'm doing some long division.
I'm trying to think. But they didn't always have the same number of tournaments in a season either.
No, they didn't.
I was looking back to like he won a fair amount. He won a couple tournaments in like the mid 90s to late 90s, and I don't know how many tournaments there were then. I think these days there's maybe 10 Elite Series events, or I don't know.
Damn.
Does this seem like a good question, or what do you
This
guys?
is a very good question.
A phenomenal question, Hazer. Hold on a second, boys.
I'm excited to see. I'm glad I'm not first on this one.
Yeah, it's me, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Will can go, or
I'll go.
Bart, whatever works.
What do you got, Will?
I crunched a number. I don't know how.
Let the man work here. Let him work.
Yeah, we're doing long. I forgot how to do long multiplication, but I remembered. So I'm gonna go with, and I don't know if this is even. I think it'd be close. I'm gonna go 10,800 pounds.
10,800 pounds. Will says.
Okay. That seems like a lot of bass.
No one better be using the damn Google machine here.
I did not look it up.
Let's go. I tried to math it on the calculator, but then I quickly realized that I didn't even know what values I should be typing in. So 10,000 pounds, huh?
That's a lot of bass.
That's
a sack.
There's some.
That is a sack.
Oh, you muted Pink. He's coming back. Don't worry.
For the record, it is not the internet. We have major malfunction happening. Okay. Whole bass, huh?
Yes, sir. I assume it was always a 5-fish limit, right? I mean,
I think so.
No, actually, way back
at one.
It was not.
What was it way back when?
6.
I'm not telling.
6 or 7. Oh yeah, because you have such a huge advantage knowing that.
I feel like this is a fair question. I mean, I don't think
it's a very good. I'm
gonna say, damn, because now it starts like I'm thinking, a full event, 100+ pounds potentially. Oof.
Oh my God, he cut out again. We just want your number.
Can you hold up your hands? 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I was initially shocked by Will's number, but now that I've noodled on it a little bit, I'm saying I'm going 12,000 pounds.
12,000 pounds?
Yeah.
I'm going 10,799. I'm going right under Will.
Wow, and I'm actually surprised that you guys guessed the numbers you did, but the most accurate number here is 11,857.
Oh Jesus! So Pink got it.
I'm taking it. Wow.
And 123 or 143 pounds. Sorry.
So that is an impressive stat, by the way.
I think it's pretty impressive. We all were pretty close too.
Yeah, I think.
Well, just for the record, I like quick math. I just did like 40. Like if he did 40 pounds a tournament for 9 tournaments a year for 24 years, whatever it was, because I wasn't sure exactly how many years it was. That was 8,640.
Yeah,
at 40 pounds an event.
That's kind of what I did too, but I did 20. I thought it was 27 years.
Yeah.
So I I figured 10 tournaments, so I used 270 as my multiplier.
You guys were only off 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, that's a lot of bass.
That's a ton of bass, dude.
I
That's
thought
great.
it was just.
I would like to know
10,000.
I would like to know like who is the all-time pounds leader. It's got to be him, right?
I would imagine it'd be him.
But I mean, like, what is the ranking?
It's got to be Klon. It's got to be Klon.
I'll write that down. We'll check into that. We'll talk about that in a future podcast.
I don't know. I think it was a fishing. I had to throw some fishing related questions in there. I feel like.
No, I like that one. That was good.
No, that was good. Yeah.
And right now we've got Pink running away with it. He's got 5. Will and Bart both have 1.5. We have
Jesus.
4 questions remaining. So I mean, someone would really have to go on a tear here.
All right, here we go, Will. We got to buckle in. We just got to squeeze him, Will.
That's right. You got to work from both sides.
And I'm leading it off here, eh? So
Sure.
definite potential unless I get this thing right on the nut.
So how old is the oldest white sturgeon on record? Now these live in the I believe they live out in the Columbia River, maybe. Will,
So these would be Pacific Northwest sturgeon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Columbia, the Fraser.
I believe they're 10 feet long or something like that.
I've seen the photos.
You know, it'd be something to chase for sure. I think it might be damn near the biggest freshwater fish that exists.
They have a keeper season too on the Columbia. You can keep them.
A little bit of a harvest.
Yeah, and they taste pretty good. I've had them smoked before. I gotta say, they're pretty damn good.
The fillets, dude. Jesus.
Yeah,
Could not imagine.
50
What's the slot limit on these things?
tight? I want to say it's like 54 to 58 or like 46 to 52. It's a tight,
So it's a baby.
a little one. I guess it's hard to get your keepers.
Right on.
It's hard to limit out.
All right. Well, we might have to investigate that further. Let's see. So we're talking just oldest one ever recorded.
Yeah, this is the oldest one they have, off the Google. I mean, maybe,
We're talking talking cold water fishery. Damn, they're gonna be old. Do we know the body of water it was out of? Curiosity.
It was probably out of the Fraser, I would bet.
somewhere out west. I'm not entirely sure.
I would get Columbia or the Fraser.
Is there do they exist in other places aside from those 2 rivers?
I don't know about the white sturgeon.
Yeah, this is a white sturgeon. So I mean, this is not
They can live in salt water as well. They go in and out.
I believe
badass fish.
They actually go into the salt, the sturgeon.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I do know they live out there sometimes.
They classified it as an anadromous species.
I believe so.
Crazy. All right. I'm gonna just go out here. This is a guess. This is a pure guess. I'm coming out of the gate with 150.
150 says Pink.
God, that's old, eh?
Oh fuck, is that old?
You said 150.
That's fucking old, eh? Yeah, one for a freshwater fish. Fuck.
Who's up, Bart? Me or you?
It's me. I'm gonna go 149.
149, Bart. Will, are you gonna?
God, I still feel like that's so high.
Will,
I gotta squeeze him.
what do you?
He's taking the over by 1.
Got a 151 it.
Oh shit!
If it's 150, we're done with this segment forever.
Yeah,
I earned it if it's 150.
you totally did.
Bart, what did you say?
149.
The correct answer is 103.
Sick.
What's
All
happening?
right, I got it.
Bartusek.
I thought 150 was a good guess, Pink. Honestly,
I was gonna guess 118 if it wasn't for sandwiching Pink.
I was gonna go 170.
I don't know how.
Really? Okay.
I don't know how does a fish live 100 years? I don't.
That's a long life.
That's crazy that that's the oldest
I totally
white
cut out.
sturgeon.
I have no idea what's going on.
Oh, well, we can hear you right now, Pink.
Yeah.
All right, boys. My
He's
apologies.
back.
There he is.
That's that. Not good.
You getting tore up, huh?
Yeah, it was funny because I was talking to you, Ryan, before this. You're like, "Oh, what are you sick with?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, just luckily nothing below the belt. Just like a head cold, but it's
coming on strong, huh?
yeah, that might not be. We'll get through this. Let's just keep on trucking."
Oh boy.
For the love of the
All
game.
right,
Man.
next
Yeah.
next
This is my
question.
Jordan.
Here we
This
go.
is my
Hayes.
flu game.
We're talking the last question. 2 points, maybe.
2 points?
Maybe. We'll
For what?
How many questions are left? Where are we
2.
at?
There's 2 left.
2 remaining. Okay.
What's our score?
It is Pinkalla has 5. Bart has 2.5, and Will has 1.5.
So I could clinch here, I think.
I
Yeah.
think you've already clinched technically. If we
Well,
only
he
have
said he
2
might
left.
make the last one too.
Yeah, I don't know. What's Hayes making the rule? Hayes makes the rules here. None of us make the rules. So
Yeah, well, from now on, we might as well just make question 11 2 points. You know what I mean?
Okay, so the final question is worth 2.
Yeah. Yes, we could even. We could even make it worth more. But I think 2 is fine.
All right, run it.
So this is a music related question. I'm a sort of a connoisseur of all genres. Chief Keef, also known as the King of Drill, has how many mixtapes throughout his years?
God damn
A few
it.
of the mixtapes, namely Big Gucci Sosa with Gucci Mane, Back from the Dead 1, 2, and 3, and Life of a Glow Boy, are just quickly naming 5 of them. But Chief Keef, also known as the King of Drill, has how many mixtapes to this day?
Are we counting albums or just mixtapes?
Not true studio albums, just mixtapes.
Okay.
There's a lot of them. I kind of dug into this and I was like, wow. I don't know. I think we did this maybe with Gucci Mane once, but
we did Christmas albums.
Yeah, see, I'm super bad at this because that East Atlanta Santa question really fucked me last time.
That was so good.
Yeah.
That was honestly one of the best clips from this show. God, I think I'm first. I'm gonna go with 13.
Bartusek with 13 albums for
mixtapes.
Or sorry, mixtapes, yes.
Okay, Adam said 13. I'm gonna go with
the King of Drill. I'm
gonna go with 16.
16, Pinkalla.
Son of a bitch. I'm going 17.
Really?
Yep.
All right, Pinkalla clinch 38 mixtapes.
What?
38?
38 mixtapes.
God, this guy is a savage, dude.
Damn.
I looked at the list and I was just absolutely blown away.
Wow.
That's a serious body of work.
That's a career, boy.
That's not even including albums.
He actually just.
How does he have 38 mixtapes and I only know one song by him?
Got to give it a deeper listen than Adam.
Yeah, I guess you're just really not that big of a fan, to be honest.
Take the deep dive. He actually just co-produced an album with Turpy Red called Mansion Music. Fantastic album. A lot of great. If you guys want to listen to kind of style of beats and things like that. It's a bit dark, to be quite honest with you, but I enjoy it when I'm driving, but
Pink cut out again. But okay, well, Pink clinched. He's gonna win. Do we want to do the last few questions then, Hayes, or what are you thinking?
Pink has certainly clinched, and he's won.
Do the rest of the questions.
Won the whole thing, but we got to do the last question. The last question, it's just for fun, and we'll make it worth 2 points. I think from here on, we'll make the last question worth 2 points if we continue to do this. But
we just can't get absolutely curb stomped by Pink before we get to the last question.
Well, if we're dealing half points, getting 2 full ones if you nut it that's a good bump. So
it is. Right now that would bring Bart to 4.5. It would bring Will to 3.5, but Pink, it would bring you to 8.
I'm having a night. Some days it's your day,
I think, yeah. And I think maybe
Will and I also screwed each other by splitting 1 or 2.
Yeah. There's splitting and one upping tonight. I don't want to see a lot of that moving forward. I want you guys to really diversify your answers for me.
Are you disappointed in us, Hazer?
Yeah, you need to just diversify and just spread it out a little bit. Talking about spreading out, this one was really, really interesting. This last question is how many time zones are there in Russia? How many time zones are there in Russia?
Okay. Okay.
This was really interesting.
And this is a me question, huh?
What?
I lead this off, eh?
I think Will does actually.
I do, yeah.
You do. Okay.
So time zones in Russia. Well, there's 4 in the lower 48. So,
but of course, I don't know how if they perceive time differently. I mean, I'm sure it's different wherever you go, but
yeah, but it's all set off the same standard, I'm gonna go with I'll go with 8.
okay. Will's gonna go with 8. Bart,
Maybe high, but
No,
I think
it's
it's me.
Pink
It's me.
next.
okay, Pinkalla.
So I don't know the answer to this, but I mean, the general knowledge I have about Russia is most of the things there are pretty fucked up. So I'm just gonna say 1. Like they're just like, this is it, bro.
Pinkalla says 1 time zone. So
Yeah. If you're in Russia, it's always it.
Did we say that there's 4 in the U.S.? Did we lose Will? Will gave his answer.
Yeah.
He did.
Will said 8. I'm gonna go with 9 because I think it's more.
You're gonna go with how many, Bart?
9.
Final answer. Lock it in. So the correct answer is 11 time zones.
Holy shit.
damn.
11 time zones in Russia. So we'll give it to Bart, but very very interesting. I don't even know, how do you measure it? Like, how do you do that? What?
Brutal.
I was looking at it and it's like 4 a.m. in one place and 1 p.m. in another. Like,
Crazy.
Time, man. It's just nuts.
How? I mean,
Crazy.
who comes up with that? Like, I don't know, man.
I don't know how that ever became a thing, but okay. Well, another segment of Trivia with Hayes. We've gotten it down. Ryan comes out winner by no controversy this time.
No controversy here.
He just crushed us.
Ryan has Bart ended up 4.5. Will ended up 1.5. We're missing a couple, obviously, but
yeah. So we'll get Hahner back next time. But Hazer, do you got anything you want to say to the fans before you leave?
So Will had mentioned that he was moving, right? You're moving up a little further north, and so am I. I am moving to Lake Vermilion in May to pursue a guiding job out of a resort there. So, I mean, if there's anybody listening that finds himself on Lake Vermilion, that will be my new residing waters, and that'll be where I'll.
Hey, Hazer, are you going to be there all summer?
I'm going to be there all summer into the fall. So,
Congrats, Hazer.
That's
That's sick.
awesome.
We'll have to come up.
That'll be awesome, dude. I love Vermilion. It's so cool up there.
You're going to love that, dude. That's going to be sick. You'll be busy as fuck, too.
Yeah, like I think they've booked 20-something odd trips already, but I mean, obviously world-class smallmouth, world-class walleye, and then obviously muskies. I got to get into that a little bit, I'm sure, but
that's awesome.
Well, you're really going to put that 205 competitor to work, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'm going to take a boat and we're going to go up there and do that. But yeah, if you find yourself in the northeast Minnesota Ely area, Boundary Waters area, I guess that's kind of close by. So,
Right on. Well, I think at some point, Hayes, we'll have to have you put us together a nice little playlist here for our listeners that we'll put out on the Past the Barb social medias.
Yeah, it'll be quite diverse. Anything from BB King all the way down to,
Maybe that should be Past the Barb's Valentine's gift to everyone. We'll give them an 8-track Valentine's Day playlist from Hayes Baldwin.
Kind of a tape of sorts.
Yeah, what you would play? You would play first date. What you got? You're rolling to the restaurant. You got 30 minutes to kill. What 8 songs are you playing?
The first one would be Prince. I Want to Be My Lover, I believe it's called.
You're just leading off with it immediately.
Well, he's been waiting.
So.
Like Raspberry Beret.
Raspberry Beret, yeah. I mean, dude, if it's music, I listen to it. I really love it all. You know what I mean?
Corvette.
Yeah. Oh God. I mean, Hank 3 got some nice projects. I don't know if you guys have heard Hank 3, but man.
What's that one song? Mississippi Mud.
Mississippi Mud, yeah. I mean, talking every walk of life here, music left to right, bluegrass, jazz, blues, country, pop, trap, soft.
Really a well-rounded listener overall.
Hayes is a bit of a Renaissance man.
I appreciate it all. Yeah, I mean, if it sounds good, I'll listen to it, but I think a lot of it sounds good. So maybe I'm biased, but
I love it. I love it, Hayes. Well, thank you for swinging by today, Hayes. We will see you sometime soon. And yeah, till the next one, thank you for swinging by, man.
thank you, gentlemen. That was a good
Thanks,
round.
bud.
Thanks, Hazer. Destroying of the files.
Yeah,
I
no
love it.
evidence here.
No evidence. Nobody can question him anymore. It's over.
Yeah.
All right. So we are rolling in. We're going to go into our next segment, and it's kind of a pity that Cody isn't here. I'm still trying to get it from him because now there's going to be collusion immediately to start the year.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so sorry everybody. I was just behind the scenes. I was just texting Hahner, even though he doesn't have power. Hopefully his phone isn't dead. We're just trying to get his fantasy fishing lineup because now we are going to dive into it. The Elite Series kicks off on Okeechobee on Thursday, down in southern Florida. And yeah, I think we're not going to dive into this too hardcore like a lot of fishing and outdoors podcasts do, but I still think, I mean, it's the top level of kind of fishing in my opinion. Like in freshwater, I can't really think of anything that's bigger. So it's worth it to talk about it and dive into it and just kind of pay attention to it all year. So first thing first, do you guys have anything you want to talk about just with Okeechobee in general?
Yeah, dude, I think, we're doing this more for fun than anything, just to kind of follow along. But no, I think this is an awesome tournament to kind of lead things off. And I mean, obviously it sets up super good for the shallow water specialty guys. I mean, granted, there is another tournament going on right now on Kissimmee that I think probably a lot of people have been following. So it's kind of like a good, Florida round the horn thing here to watch some live stream and everything. So I'm kind of psyched to just see some guys go to work and just put the time in and fishing shallow and just finding some bigs, dude. Cause it sounds like the spawn is kind of getting going down there.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this tournament because they haven't been to Okeechobee in a while.
I don't believe so.
I know the invitationals were just there, and I think that's I was just literally making a last minute edit, but I
Yep.
know the invitationals were just there and the waves were pretty good. It looked fine, but just if people don't know about Okeechobee, it's basically just a giant like 5-foot puddle. I don't think it's very deep literally anywhere, and it's absolutely massive. But whenever there's a hurricane in Florida, basically all the grass gets ripped up and completely tore across it. So the place changes a lot. They haven't been there in a long time. So I think it's going to be a really interesting event. Florida in the spring's always interesting because someone smashes them one day and then they bring in like 2 fish the next day. It's a very tough place to come to understand. And yeah, I'm just excited to see the Elite Series kick off because to me, whenever the Elite Series kicks off, spring's here. I know it isn't, but spring's here. Like we're here. It's kind of like the Masters commercial just turned on my TV. I'm like, okay, we made it,
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like Okeechobee is a cool place because it does have potential for big bass too, not just, solid bags.
Oh yeah.
So, it's really like one bite changes the whole thing for, the whole field in a given day. So, I mean, if you get on the right patch of grass and the big ones are there, I mean, you're going to light them up. So,
yeah. So now diving into the fantasy part of this, or Will, you got anything you want to add or?
No, I mean, you guys have got it pretty well covered. I'm excited for this because I haven't paid that close attention to tournament fishing the last couple of years, but I still am well aware of the guys and the locations. So this will be I'm kind of pumped. It'll get me back in the groove and following it again. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. And compared to when you kind of left, now with everything on Fox, there's live coverage everywhere. Like there's a lot more visibility now than there used to be. But
definitely.
So for people listening, if you want to join our fantasy fishing group, you can. I'm going to leave it open all year because we kind of got into this late. If you want to join and play against the boys, you can. We will come up with a prize as we're going through the year too for whoever wins. We do still need to figure out a loser's punishment for us four. And with Hahner not here, that will not happen. But I think we set a due date of we have to have the punishment decided by the Bassmaster Classic. Is that fair?
Yep. And the way that this kind of sets up is like for everyone, if you haven't done this before, you have to lock in your roster for every event. So like in the first event, which is this weekend, you'll set your team. And then before the next event, you have to set a new team for that same thing. So you have to kind of pay attention and when the tournaments are. But we'll be talking about it on the podcast before every event. So you'll have, a day basically to get it figured out. And yeah, so we have the group. We'll definitely have prize for whoever wins. And then just amongst ourselves, the loser is going to have some sort of consequence. We don't know what that's going to be yet. But whoever wins our group is going to.
We had some generic ideas for punishment. There was one that was you just have to drive to Texas and back. I do think that's a fantastic punishment.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's a
It's a really good one. It's to be honest. It's so inconvenient.
It is.
Manage that for a weekend. Just like here's your punishment: drive to El Paso and back. But we're up for anybody's ideas. Any ideas? Just hit us up in our social medias and on our email. We'll be more active on our socials and stuff now. I have been slacking, and that is largely because of finishing up the Crappie Chronicles. But anyways, let's dive into the event. So
hey, I'm just gonna lead this off by saying, so the last time the Elite Series fished on Okeechobee was in 2017. Was the last time the tour went there.
That's actually a lot more recent than I thought it was. But who won that? Was it Randall Tharp?
Tim Horton was the winner of that event.
Oh, Timmy Horton won it.
It went Tim Horton, Ott Defoe, Cliff Prince.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I think we'll kick this off. Do you guys just want to go through bucket A quick, or do you want everybody to just rattle through their lineup personally, and then we'll just go to each guy's?
Maybe let's just do full lineups.
Okay, I agree with that because otherwise we're going to eat up way too much time.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I got to get to where I can see it, but I can.
I have mine right here. I can go first.
All right, go ahead, Will.
Okay, so just go through them.
Yeah. Who do you got in bucket A, B, C, D?
Yep.
And then save the weight till the end. We'll go around for weights.
Sounds good. I have John Cox, bucket A. Hackney for B, Scott Martin, C, Bernie Schultz, D, and Justin Hamner for my last one.
Okay.
Any thoughts on any of those picks in particular, or anything you want to dive into, or are you just feeling that?
Well, I mean, mine is pretty chalk. Cox, Hackney, Scott Martin, those are I'm sure the three most popular out of those. I don't know how you pick against those guys, especially John Cox. If shallow water, Florida, I don't know if there's a guy better. And Scott, of course, lives in Clewiston, so he's pretty good on Okeechobee when he fishes there. And then the last guy, Justin Hamner, I have no idea who he is. I just liked his name, so that's how he got that. That's how he got that pick. I think he's out of Alabama.
Yeah, he was good. He's been good too, so that's good.
Okay, good. And then I like Bernie. I just think he's kind of a cool dude with his white hair, and he's really good with a prop bait. I know that. So.
Yeah, I gotta love the prop bait in the spring. Every year in February, I see these guys throwing a prop bait down in Florida, and I'm like, God, I need to buy a couple of those to throw around in Minnesota, and then I never do. But I do need to do it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna read Hahner's real quick, and then Pink, you got yours, okay?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, so Hahner ain't here to defend himself or anything. He actually has a really, really, really good list, in my opinion. So he's got Corey Johnston from Canada, but the Johnstons have notoriously done very well in Florida. He's got Austin Felix, which I think is a pretty surprising pick, but from Minnesota. But could do well there. Brian Schmidt. Basically, Brian Schmidt just mops up money in any grass fishing tournaments, so that's why he picked that one, I assume. Cliff Prince, like Pink said, last time they were there, he took third. And then David Williams, I am not sure why Hahner picked that one. I don't know much about David Williams. I think he might be an old FLW pro, and Hahner might know him that way. And then we'll go into weight when we get there. But that's Hahner's list. So, Pink, what do you got?
So my picks, I've done fantasy fishing like one other season before, and I always hate like picking the ones that everyone else takes, where you can see like the percentage of people that got them. But in this case, I had to pick a few of them just because they were, I think, the right decision. So this is my lineup, and then I'll talk about it a little bit. So I got John Cox, Scott Canterbury, Scott Martin, Cliff Prince, and then Hank Cherry is my full lineup.
I like it. I like it.
So, I mean, obviously the shallow water stuff, it's hard to bet against John Cox. Scott Martin, I mean, I don't know of anybody that probably spends more time on Chobe than him, right? Meaning literally like,
Yeah. They own the bait shop and the
right. So like
business.
Yeah. And like Cliff Prince was kind of an obvious one just because it's like the dude has, history on the lake of doing really, really well. And then obviously other than that, it was just like guys that are good with like a flip and bite, I think, that's why I took Hank Cherry, I think, and it just felt right. But I do think like Connor's pick with Austin Felix, some of those type of guys that are good up north. Like I know guys that seem to do really good on the river up here tend to do really well in Florida. It seems like I don't know if the fisheries are that similar or not, but it does seem like guys that are good in, Mississippi River tend to do really well down on Okeechobee. So
Yeah, grass fishing in general kind of translates from like up north guys either do really good or really bad in Florida. That's basically the way it is. Okay. So my list, kind of chalk here for a couple. The two that are chalk, Group A and C, I got John Cox and Scott Martin. Whenever the percentages are over 50% on people, I just really think you can't go against them because they're just so dominant there, and with so much of the field there, you kind of got to go that way. I think they went to Okeechobee for this to be Scott Martin's like come out party as an Elite Series pro. Obviously, he's been around for a while now, but like he hasn't really had his big Elite Series event yet. So I think this will kind of be that one. But Group B, I have Bradley Hallman. Bradley Hallman actually won an FLW Tour event here back in 2017. Was it 2017? I don't know. In the 2000s, he did. And he also, this is his first year back with the Elite Series after qualifying through the Opens. I expect him to come out like bulls on a parade, big event. I'm excited for it. Group D, I have Josh Douglas. Josh is one of those northern guys that always seems to do well down south in Florida, especially when I think the spawn is going to happen in this event. The weather's definitely warming up and it's really consistent, but they're going to get a wicked cold front on Saturday and kind of weird weather into Sunday. So I think Douglas is really good when the bite changes in Florida. He's really good at catching them like with a chatterbait or kind of, you say offshore in Florida. There's not really offshore in Florida. It's just like you're not flipping a 2-ounce weight. But I think he'll be able to do really well with that. My last pick is Wes Logan. Wes is a really good grass fisherman. So those are my picks there.
Nice. Yeah. And I think, I mean, to do really well in fantasy fishing, I feel like you have to be able to pick those wild card guys.
Yeah.
Like everyone's going to get in with these guys like John Cox and everything like that, just because they're so consistent. But when you pick one of these guys, there's a super low percentage on the picks, in the buckets, and then he does really well is really where you separate yourself. So I think there's going to be some strategy, definitely, just because we're looking for like, you have to be consistent to stay at the top versus just win.
Yeah,
at least especially for fantasy. So
it's hard to find people who aren't chalk right at the beginning of the year too, because you're kind of looking for momentum.
Right, exactly.
Momentum in fishing, such a big thing, and just at the start of a new year, you have no idea what's going to happen. So
yeah, and I will say, I just pulled up our group right now. We currently have 19 people in the Past the Barb group. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, hopefully
more than I expected.
Yeah, so hopefully we can grow that. I mean, you can get in at any event. Like I think you said, we're going to leave it open, right? So even if you don't get in on the first one, you can still jump in, because inevitably people will miss some. So you'll probably still do really well, even if you get in at the end. But yeah, no, it looks like we got a good squad of people looking to get in. So, so do you want to go through now? I mean, because we kind of, it's like the tiebreaker for the weight, right?
Yeah, we'll roll through weight predictions.
Okay. I'll lead it off. So I got 80 pounds in an ounce.
I like it. 20 pounds a day.
I don't remember what mine is. Adam, is there any way you can see it on there?
Yeah, so when you click, are you on your laptop's lost?
Yeah. Well, not lost, but broken.
Are you on your phone to where you can see it or no?
I remember. I know I'm 100 pounds. I think I'm right around 100. So
Okay.
Oh, you went real big.
so pretty high.
But it
it
could happen though. I mean,
It could happen.
I didn't look into it I don't know historically what the weights are this time of year, but I mean, if you catch an 8-pounder and the rest are 4-pound.
it looked like in 2017 the total winning bag was right around 85 pounds.
Okay, so I'm probably a little high, but you never know.
Yeah. Hahner went with 88 pounds, 7 ounces.
Yeah. Nice.
And then mine is, I definitely am the lowest in the group, which if anybody listened to the Serious Angler podcast before when we did this, I was always the biggest. So that's funny to hear. I'm going 74 pounds, 8 ounces.
Okay.
I do think there's going to be some really big bags to kick it off, but there was an event there last week. Cold front in Florida on Saturday is going to slow it down. And from what I've heard, Okeechobee's fishing pretty small. So I think guys are going to be fighting over fish. But yeah, either way, it's going to be in the 7. I would be shocked if it's not in the 70s.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I was listening to some of the live coverage from that BPT that was going on, and they were talking about kind of the conditions with like pre-spawners and fish that were actually pulling up to spawn. It sounded like a lot of the general consensus was that if they get good weather, that they're going to get like multiple waves of spawning fish pretty quickly. So if that's the case, I mean, I don't know how the weather's setting up for this one, but if that's the case, we could see some giants, dude, like getting caught consistently. So
yeah, you'll see some really big ones. I'm just curious to see the health of the fishery with there's some weird spraying of weeds going on down there and some hurricanes right now.
Sure.
So like hurricane ripped up grass, and then also they're just spraying the shit out of it. And there's some really weird things with Okeechobee with like it flooding one way, and then when it floods back, there's always a weird algae bloom. It's a really weird body of water. Basically when you look into it, but I'm just excited for the Elite Series to be back, and we will have on our next episode, we're gonna have another Bassmaster fantasy fishing segment because they're going right back at it. They're heading up to Seminole next week, so they're back to back in Florida this week, I believe.
Sweet.
Yeah, and that should be a good one to like. We'll have a really good idea of like how guys did here and like how they're figuring out the spawning fish deal. So
Sure.
Yeah, and Seminole, if anybody's familiar with Seminole, it'll be nice to have Hahner back because, oh my God, we have to tell the Hahner Seminole FLW Tour story then.
yeah, that's perfect timing, actually.
Hahner has to be back, and you guys will hear. It's just
yeah, save
probably
that
one of the Oh God. But if you guys don't know anything about Seminole, it is very hard to get around. There's a lot of giant trees, and there's some big bass too. But it's not typical Florida where you see like crazy 8 to 10 pounders, but you'll see big fish. So I'm excited for that. But unless anyone else has anything else to say, I think we're going to log out for the night and get it rolling. We'll be finishing up the Crappie Chronicles here soon. And yeah, keep it rolling with Past The Barb.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Get those
All
picks locked in.
Get those picks locked in, and make sure you give us some ideas for punishments and what you guys want to see for some winners, because we can figure out some prizes. But yeah, until next time, thank you everybody for tuning in.